there, welcome to Cherrywood Hand Dyed Fabrics. This is how our fabric comes. It comes on 150-yard rolls. And then to make the fabric more manageable for the dyeing process, the first thing we do is rip it into 2-yard lengths. So we just have a roll here. We are measuring it out by hand. And then we are clipping it and ripping it because we want the straight of grain. Since this is going to be washed heavily, by the time we have a finished product, we don't want it skewed. So we always know that if we rip it, we've got a piece that's straight on grain. So we have discovered that a 2-yard piece is more manageable in our process. So we rip up all this fabric and we get it ready for the dyeing process.
We are fortunate to have a facility large enough to house 18 washing machines. And we need this many because of the volume that we need to produce every day. We have 9 machines that are dedicated for pre-washing the fabric to get out any sizing or dirt or oils. And then the other machines are used for the dye. There are several steps in the dyeing process, beginning with the mixing of the dyes all the way to the end product. And of course, this is proprietary information, but I can tell you that it goes through many cycles of washing, which helps in the pre-shrinking and setting the dye. I used Synthropol to make sure that the dye is accepted into the fabric, and also afterwards, excess dye that's not absorbed by the fibers of the muslin needs to be flushed out. And the Synthropol is a surfactant that makes sure that that excess dye in the water attaches to the water molecules and rinses down the drain. This is also a product that we sell to our customers to wash the fabric before they start our project and to wash any finished project made out of hand-dyed fabric. After the dyeing process, we put the fabric into our dryers, which are just home-based dryers, and we don't dry it completely. We get it dry until it's damp, and then I have a group of workers who work from home that come pick up the fabric. We affectionately call these workers manglers because they use a machine, a rotary iron machine, which is known as a mangle.
I am going to, the mangle will press it and dry it, which is why we start with it slightly damp. And while I am doing this, I am doing quality control. So every inch of this fabric we are looking at, both sides, and we are looking for dye flaws because there's things that happen. There can be spots or just not quite the coverage that we like. So I'm checking that out as I mangle. And now I have to flip it over because the mangle isn't wide enough to take the full width. And try and get these edges nice and straight. Probably, yeah, keeping that nice and straight and not pulling too much because we can stretch the fabric if we pull too much. And I'm also looking for just fabric flaws. There can be little thread pulls or slight little holes, and we will set those aside if there's a dye flaw or a fabric flaw because we don't really want the customers to get that, and we will save that for our grab bags. So this one's pretty good, running it through just once each side. So then I would set that aside and I would do a whole big tote full, sit down and do, well, several totes all at once to make the process a little quicker.
You
what we end up with after we've done like an 8th step, we've got mounds and mounds of fabric folded flat like that, cut and then folded into our bundle sizes. Then I would lay my fabric out like this, and I'll show you how we assemble a bundle. So these are 1/2 yard pieces. And I just take one from each stack and line them up.
So this is our inventory room, and this is where all of the dyed fabric is ready to either be sold to the customer as is, or made into a bundle, or shipped out to a wholesale customer. We do have a few quilt shops around the country that carry our fabric, and we sell to them wholesale. Now we store our fabric because we dyed in 2-yard lengths. It is easier to hang on these poles so that after we've done all the pressing, we don't have to fold it, and we can keep it in as large of a piece as possible, and we cut it down as needed. So we dye in a 2-yard length, we keep it that way until we need it in a smaller piece, and we hang it on these poles to keep it organized and keep it nice and pressed. And then below we have our smaller cuts where we've already folded the fabric, labeled it with the price on it and the size, in 1/2 yard pieces, fat quarter pieces, and full yard pieces. So every single color here has pre-labeled fabric ready to sell. And also, when we are ready to put a bundle together, we can use our recipe. We have little cheat sheets. So if we need to make a bundle of 8 colors, we'll check what are those 8 colors that we need to put together. And then we can simply go down the line and pick up all of the pieces that go into that bundle. Put them together. We'll put our white strap, our packaging, our label, and then the pricing on it. And then the bundle is ready to sell.